Hi, scholars. Last week we learned about our October number corner calendar. And today we're going to keep making observations because we got to catch up, right? If you remember, each day we're going to flip over the number and we're going to see what number it is, what color the leaf is. Then we're going to decide, is it right side up or upside down, the orientation. Then we'll decide what kind of leaf it is and determine if the number is odd or even. So we already did our observations for day number 1, and I'm going to zoom in here a little bit to help us. So here we are. We made our observations for day number 1, right? Now we're going to have to keep going. So I'm going to go back. For number 2, I'm going to flip us over. There we go. So let's look at that number 2 leaf. What do you see? I see a leaf that looks very different than the first day, right? And what we're going to look at first is, what is the day? The date is number 1. The second part of our observations is, what color is the leaf? So I'm going to go back. What color do you think that is? I think the color is yellow. Yellow orangish, right? But I'm going to say yellow. Our next part of our observation is the orientation. So we have to decide, is it right side up or upside down? It looks the same as the first day. So what would we write? We would write right side up. All right, our next observation is we have to decide the leaf type. What type of leaf is this? Is this a palmate or a pinnate? I'm going to go back to this sheet of paper, which kind of helped us look at the palmate leaves, which is up here, and the pinnate leaves, which are on the bottom. Remember, the palmate looks like the palm of our hand, and the pinnate looks more like a feather. All right, so what is this type of leaf for number 2, for the day 2 of October? It is a pinnate leaf. If you thought that, way to go. It's really cool learning about leaves. The next question is number 2 odd or even? We learned about odd or even numbers last week too, and we talked about how even numbers, groups of 2, can fit into even numbers. Can 2 fit into 2? Yes, you're so right. So I'm going to write the number even. We are trying to catch up, so I'm going to write our date 3, and we're going to flip over Saturday. What do we see? We see number 3. Whoa, what a cool kind of leaf, right? So look at that leaf and remember and observe it. What does it look like? So for number 3, what color was our leaf? I would say it is clear, right? It's definitely clear. What was the orientation? Was it upside up, upside down, or right side up? Let's look at that 3. I would say it is right side up. What type of leaf is it? That's a hard one because it kind of is a mix of number 1 and number 2. But look at where the veins are on this leaf. Does it come from the middle like a feather, or does it all come from the bottom? Does it sprout from the middle vein, or does it only come from the bottom? Think in your head, is it palmate or pinnate? The correct answer is, it is a pinnate leaf because the veins come from the middle section and it looks kind of like a feather. Our next question is it odd or is it even? Is number 3, because it's the 3rd day of October, odd or even? I'm going to show you something how I would figure this out. I'm going to look and draw little squares for each day. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. I know that the number 2 cannot be put into 3. So I know that my answer is odd. And I'm going to type that in.